Now we understand, we see the difference here between Ethereum and Solana. It also clearly shows that staking is a very attractive kind of investment strategy. But now maybe the question back to you, Baptiste, like how do we get access? What are the ways to capture, let's say, those 7.39% of Solana APY?
Yes, great question, Adrian. If we look at our very basic infrastructure, what we have designed for our clients is actually a way to get very seamless, direct, and simple exposure to the staking yield. How it works is that whenever clients invest into our ETPs, we actually match this investment one-on-one with the underlying tokens. Our ETPs are always and absolutely always 100% physically backed, which means that we actually have these digital assets in custody. And what we do with them is that we will go to see validators run by institutional staking providers, and we will allocate our assets to them. I will dive a little bit after into what it's mean from a custody standpoint, but the core things to understand is that we will just allocate a portion of our staking ETPs to these validators. And these validators, they will contribute to the blockchain network. They will use the assets to validate the transactions. And in exchange, they will receive the rewards that Matt just described by the blockchain network itself. And then the validators, after taking a small commissions, will send us the biggest part of the rewards. And then these rewards will actually be paid in kind, meaning that, for instance, for Ethereum ETP, we will stake ETH, and we will receive ETH as rewards. For Solana ETP, we will stake Solana tokens, and we will receive Solana tokens. So actually, it will mean that for the same investment from our clients, the net asset value of their investment will have increased by this additional contribution of tokens. So from a client perspective, even let's assume that they just invest 1,000 USD, even if the price of Ethereum or Solana remains absolutely steady over a year, they will still capture through the ETP the performance coming from the staking yield. So we believe that this is actually a very easy and simple way for regulated products to have access to this performance without any bots to tick, without any additional constraints and so on. It's all happening with very simple products behind the scene in a very smooth operation.
So if I made the comparison to traditional finance again, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's accumulating ETFs basically that reinvest the dividends, if we take the analogy here again. So I assume it's very similar here, right?
To be even more precise, the rewards coming from the staking. And we often have the question about how does it work with the custody? Because remember, our ETPs are always 100% physically backed, meaning that we can't actually we can't lose the ownership of our state assets. But actually, it gives me the opportunity to walk you a little bit through custody and private key management. As you might be aware, the digital assets are not in a wallet or in a vault, they are actually on the blockchain. What we do is that we are just allocating these digital assets to some validators, but the private key, they still remain in our ownership. The private keys, if you want, are like your password that we stored offline that allow you to dictate where you want to transfer your assets or what do you want to do with them. But these assets, again, they stay on the blockchain. And through the use of non-custodial staking providers, it means that basically we are never giving away the custody nor the ownership of the private key to the staking providers. We are just locking our assets on the blockchain and generating the yields with it.